I also want to familiarize you with Canva as another place to make logotypes, especially logotypes that are rounded, that have circular shapes rather than straight lines, straight sentences. And so this is a big portal which is actually focused on getting non-designers to make stuff. So you have a lot of templates, a lot of them, for example, for social media, Instagram stories, posts, and then also personal things, so people can design invitations, they can design cards. You can even have we even have website templates, but then you also have templates for logotypes. And when we click on those, then it opens up a whole bunch of them, and then you just basically click on one to get started. I've actually made a tutorial for you, so I'm going to go over that, but I'm just showing you, I'm familiarizing you with how this works right now. So let's say, for example, if you wanted to work with this one, you would click on it and then customize this template, and then you would be able to do this. Now, before we continue, you have to have an account, and you can use your social media account to create an account with Canva. And now I already have an account, so unfortunately I won't be able to show you how to do that. However, they do this great thing. When you first sign up, they give you a 1-month premium trial period, and at the end of the month, then if you don't want to, then you can just discontinue. I would advise all of you to do that. Just don't forget to unsubscribe at the end of that 1 month to say that you don't want to have a premium account. But for the 1 month, it would be a good thing to have a premium account, because you can export things with transparent backgrounds, you can export things that are in larger sizes, and so on and so forth. It goes with Turkish, well, I mean, you won't be, you will be leaving it probably before the month is up anyway, but it works with Turkish lira, so you have the free account. So but then you have the Pro Enterprise. So if you were to continue with the Pro account, it's you pay for it in Turkish lira and not in dollars. And I'm not exactly sure what it is per month, but it's not really all that much. But like I said, you will probably not be going that far anyway. Now, so let's go to the tutorial page that I actually prepared for you. And let me show this to you first as a grid. So what I did is I took their templates. Let me go back here. I took their templates. This is one of their templates. So let me just open them up. And here are the ones that I have recently used, and as you can see, I picked all of the rounded ones because I don't see any reason to be working with the straight ones, because I can do that on the Wix editor as well, but on the Wix editor I can't get rounded text like this, and so Canva seems to me to be a really good place to do that. Now normally, of course, I wouldn't be doing that here, I would be doing that in Illustrator or Photoshop, but since you don't have those softwares, I don't think, then this is a very good alternative. Plus, since you start with a template, you end up with something that is fairly well structured. But the idea is, of course, to change the template completely, not to stay with what they have. So this is the template, and there's a lot of Turkish material on Canva. So that's obviously because they recognize that I'm logging in from Turkey, but I was very surprised that there was so much Turkish material here, so it must be quite well used by Turks. So I started with this, but then what I did is I just used this text here and I changed it to my tagline for the Kızgın Kedi website, for the logotype, because he's asabi, sinirli, and mazeretli. So he's nervous, he's angry, and he also has an excuse, if I'm going to translate this. So this is the first one that I made. Starting from this, I use this here in the second one here. So let's zoom in a little bit more. So however, this is not the same font. So this font here is called Holiday, but what I did is I actually uploaded my own fonts. So I uploaded a font called Charlotte something something. I'm not exactly sure what the full thing is now. And the reason why I uploaded my own fonts, which you can do from right here, so you just go upload a font, then you go find the font, whatever it is. I already uploaded this. You open it. It will ask you, are you sure that you're allowed to use this? You say yes, because we are using Creative Commons fonts that we are getting from legitimate websites like Google Fonts and Da Font and places like that. And then you can use your own fonts as well. One of the reasons why I did it is because they have a lot of fonts on this Canva thing, and I think they are free to use regardless of whether you have some of them you can only use if you have a pro account, it says here. I can see that by that little crown. But a lot of them, well, these are the ones that I actually uploaded. But then there are also quite a few free ones as well. So now in the second one it's not the same font, but it's a handwriting. It's a script font. It's a handwritten font. It's a freehand font. So that is similar to that. And then the sinirli asabi mazeretli is here as well. I should probably make this a little bit darker so that you can see it a bit better, like this. Yeah. So this turned into that, but the basic structure of this of these two logotypes is actually the same as this one. So they're centered. They have this arc going on the top. They have the icon in the middle. Here's the icon. Here's the icon, and like that. Now the second one that I used, this is their logotype, is this one here. And again, I used pretty much the same structure, except I changed the fonts. This is actually one of their fonts, not mine. This I uploaded. So where it says Deniz Muhtarı, I have this. I also added this dotted line, but essentially, just like with the other one, the structure is the same. Again, I just added a line, icon, icon. This is, I think it's the same font actually. Josephine sounds, yeah, I even used their font because this is a very nice font. I don't see any reason to change that. However, this here is, let's see, is this, yeah, oh, okay, I used the exact same thing. I didn't even change it. But although I didn't change the fonts, my arc is curling in a little bit more narrowly. Theirs is a little bit wider. It's the same structure, it's even the same fonts, but as you can see, there's a difference. It looks different. It's not a copy of this. It's not an imitation of this. I just used this to make something new out of it. Again, same thing here. So this is very obvious what I did, so I'm not even going to repeat it. And then this here as well. I really liked how they had used this dashed line. I changed their turtle for my cat. I wrote Kızgın Kedi instead of Tosba Pet Shop. I kept this green thing here. I liked that. I didn't see any reason to change that, although I could probably change the color if I wanted to. So let's just do that right now. So what if I make it pink? What if I make it yellow? But I think I will stick to their green. That looks nice. So again, this one here changed quite a bit. This became this. Their icon is in the back and this is in the front. I actually made it like this. And then this is the last one, I think. Yeah, it is. So this is theirs, and I changed that into this. It's the same structure. They have this text curling around it, but I curled it in a different way. I brought this out, and then I followed the cat here, and that's how I made those. So to repeat, there's absolutely, oh, and I have a scrap sheet here, because there were some fonts where I wasn't sure, because they have so many fonts that it's quite difficult to remember. So when I found a font that I liked, I actually kept it. I put it somewhere so that I could remember what it was called. Okay, so I have an empty page here that I want to use to show you kind of how this works. So let's just put this here, or let's see, can we find a better one? No, this seems fine. So when you double click on these things, you can write your own text. So let me do that right now. And then when you release it, it'll just snap to the arc. Now, if you hold down the Alt key on your computer, things will always scale from the center. This is the same in every software, so I'm doing that right now. And so I'm actually making this bigger. And when I make it bigger, I see that there's a circle that it is actually placed on. That's the path, that's the text path. They only have circles here. They don't have any other kinds of arcs, which is something that you would find in Illustrator or Photoshop. You don't have it here. Now, so let's see if we can change the font here. Not that I have a major issue with this font. I might make it bold, or let's see, how about if I change it to Josefina? Why not? That's a very nice font that I like to use a lot. But I'm going to reduce the font size a little bit, but then I'm going to make the circle a little bit bigger. Now, what you can do is you can click on Effects right here, and then there's the curve, and with this curve you can make this wider if you want to, or you can make it narrower. So when we were looking up here, for example, this is very, very wide. So if I, let's see, just to show you, if I click on the effects here and then just play with this a little bit, see how big the circle is? Now I'm not going to do that, but just to show you. Obviously I would delete their icon, although it's quite pretty, and as you can see, they also did some other stuff. They added some other patches to it, and I'm going to show you how to upload things in just a minute. And this here I'm just going to change to Kızgın. However, this is very, very skinny, so I would need to find something that is quite a bit heavier than that. So let's see, let's go to my uploaded fonts. How about this here? Yeah, okay, why not? Let's just make it smaller. Ah, hold on. It doesn't have a Turkish ı, which is a drag, which means I can't really use this. Same with this one, but this one seems to, oh no, it doesn't have the ı either. So what I would need to do is I would need to turn these into eyes, which then I would have a real problem getting rid of them unless I take them into Photopea and then delete these circles here. So I guess I could do that because I will be exporting that as a PNG. But meanwhile, let's just hold on. I'm going to change this back because I don't want to fool around with Photopea. Yeah, we already tried that, and that had the same problem. Why not? Why not use a font like this, which has which is like a slab serif? That might work. But let's try a few more. Aha! This is one of their fonts. It's not my font. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to go to Uploads here, where I already have all the cats. So let me find one which I didn't use yet. So let's see, this one. And then this can become a little bit smaller. So basically, as you can see, it's very easy to do stuff here, and a lot of fun, because you are working with templates, but you're making your own stuff out of them. This can probably become a little bit smaller. As you can see, even while I'm doing this tutorial, I'm still fooling around with lots and lots of details. I'm not just showing you things, but I'm also trying to explain to you a little bit about my design strategy. Now here I can change the color of the font from here, which, let's see, I can make this like a little less black maybe. I make the font bigger or smaller from here. I space the letters. I can space out the letters if I want to, except with a script font like this, I wouldn't be able to space them out too much, because they would need to connect. If they don't connect, they will start looking really strange. See? Now it no longer works. It no longer flows. They need to connect. So I need to be aware of that. If I were to have more than one line, I can also do the line spacings from here. And I can give it an underline if I want to, which might look nice, but probably not. And then they have elements, and you can the graphics I would stay away from. They're pretty crappy for the most part, and you can find much better stuff on places like Noun Project, but they have lines and shapes, and some of these can certainly be used, especially the lines. So I'm just going to add a line here, like this maybe. I can make this line thinner from here, which I am in fact going to do. Just bring it down to 3, and if I just grab this end, then I can just make it shorter or longer. And you need to be careful and pay attention to the degree. It says 0 degree there. Now if I move this around, then the degree changes, as you can see. You need to have it at 0, so that you always have a nice straight line, unless of course you want to have a line that has an angle. So let me bring that down here. Now let me bring the cat here, and in fact make it smaller, because now that I have that line up there, I can actually afford to give that a little bit more room. I'm going to move it up a bit, and then I can also change the beginning and the end decoration. So it might be fun to have this here, and then also the same here, because it will look kind of a little bit like his ears. I think I'm going to make this bigger. I changed my mind. And this I think I'm going to make longer. But now that I'm looking, I probably don't even need this, so let me just go back to here and move this up. And then you can group it and align it to the center of the page if you want to. We will be exporting it from here, so that doesn't really make such a big difference. You can upload things. You just go upload media, and then whatever it is, it has to be images. Either if it's transparent images, they have to be PNGs or JPEGs or whatever. And as you can see, I have quite a collection here. You can also upload videos, except I don't think that they can be very long. I've never tried that. And you can also upload your audio if you want to. And then whatever you have uploaded, you just drag here and change the stuff. Let's see, what else is here? What else can I tell you? Nothing really. They have text combinations. I would not, I don't know. I mean, all of these colored things you should definitely, absolutely stay away from, because I don't know if I mentioned it yet, so early in the year, in the semester, but we stay away from colored text. We don't use text in color. When I say we, I mean graphic designers don't do that. We keep the text either black or white, and then we put the color in the background. And here they have some very amateurish stuff. It looks very childish, most of it. So these here I will stay away from. The text stuff, ignore. You just use your own fonts. You just upload your own fonts, or you look here. And you can also animate this, but there's no reason to do that because we are going to be exporting it anyway. So once you're done, then what you can do, and I have, as you can see, I have a lot here. Now obviously I would not be downloading their logotypes. I would delete this. I will in fact delete this, all of it. And then I will take my own logo, bring it to the center, and make it as large as I can get it to be, because I am going to be using it somewhere else. So again, same thing here. All of this stuff I would delete. This I would bring to the middle, and then make really, really, really big. Same with this. Just trying to find the center here. And then this one also I would delete. And then what I would do with this page here, I would duplicate this page so that I have it twice. On this one I would delete all of that, then bring this fellow over here, make him really big, and then here I would delete this one, and also delete the background here. I just want this here. We can't see the text, but the text is there. I'm hoping the text is there. Let me just double check and make sure. Yeah, the text is there. So now I've gotten this ready. Oh, oops. Here, let's also get rid of this. Now the reason why I'm making all of them is because I don't really know yet which one I'm going to be using when I get to Wix, which is why I'm actually making all of them really big. And this page here we can delete altogether. And then we go to download. Now, all pages, 9 of them, I want a transparent background, and like I said, if you do that 1 month premium account thing, then this is enabled and you can export with a transparent background, which will be very, very helpful. And then I can also increase the size. So I'm actually going to make this 1000 by 1000 pixels so that I can use it really large if I want to. I think the largest I can go is 1500 on a logo. I don't want to compress the file, I want everything to be perfect. So I'm just going to press download and it'll just download it. Happening right here. And then all I need to do is extract it to here. Here they are. Go to the Wix editor, where I already have something else prepared for the PNG tutorial, and upload media. I'll select all of them. And while they upload, I will say goodbye to you, because I will be using these in another tutorial. Okay, bye for now.